I think that integration is a legal status that had to be changed, and it was changed. What What you mean by hurt? I think that integration is a legal status that had to be changed, and it was changed. What happened on the way from segregation to integration is that we abandoned certain principles and behaviors that shepherd us through the segregation pattern. For example, there was an undeniable belief in a God Almighty, that the Lord is going to make a way somehow. Praise the Lord. Everything's going to be all right. Those kinds of principles no longer are involved because we try to be like Dr. Spark. In segregation, there's something that we sociologists say, external aggression brings about intolerant solidarity. That if the Indians are getting ready to attack the wagon train, what they do is they make a circle, because they know that if they do the circle, then that's going to bring about internal solidarity, and they can fight the Indians now as a group as opposed to single wagons. We had a set of principles in the segregation community that afforded us survival from segregation. On the way to integration, we abandoned those principles, and we decided that now we have to be just like them. And we gave up on how we raise our children. We went to Dr. Spark and said, now this is how you raise your children. This is how you be white. And we gave up going to church, because you should have a right to be what you want to be. So the binding principles that forced us to be together because of the way they react to our skin was abandoned. And now we have nothing to do but start all over again. And when you start all over again with all the pieces not being in place, you end up where we are today.
So the school system education.
Well, the school system education is the best that we've ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
How did you feel about when they took prayer out of school?
Oh, I think that was the biggest mistake in the world. Yeah. But it's all right for it to be out of school since it ain't in the house. Really doesn't matter.
But education, the us not learning about history.
We never learned about history nowhere. Why all of a sudden we preoccupied about learning about history?
Don't you think that would help if they put history in our school?
No.
But you don't feel like the gap would be bridged?
No.
The consciousness?
No.
Because if I know where you was in 1964 and I can read it, I know I don't feel it, but I can read it. It won't help me.
You ain't, see, y'all keep thinking that you're going to change all this. You're not reading it.
No, we're not trying to change it. We just want to read it. So if
but
we
you're not
did want to
reading
change
anything.
it, we do it.
You're not reading anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you mean we're not reading anything?
Because you're not. Your history stuff. We celebrate Black History Month. We don't celebrate Black History Month at the Urban League. If you walk into the Urban League right now, you don't have to guess. That's a black agency. I don't have to put no sign up. Why do you know that? Because you see black art. See a whole lot of black folks working.
So that's why white people don't have a day they celebrate.
That's correct. So you know we black. I don't have to tell nobody I'm black. I don't have to run around with a dashiki on and
so Black history is just basically a mockery.
Yeah, that's all it is.
To remind you that you black.
Because you don't do anything 51 weeks before you get to Black history. You don't live. You don't live by a set of principles that are uniquely yours. Okay? Every Friday you don't put on a little hat and go into a little building and reinforce your beliefs. You don't have certain foods that you eat and certain foods that you don't eat.
How can we change the mentality?
You don't have none of that at all. And y'all keep talking about black history.
What can we do to change the mentality? Like what can we do to change the mentality? Like us as a people to change the mentality? Because it seems like we're going backwards.
Oh, these are worse times than ever. I would take segregation over these times.
Whoa.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we feel like we have more freedom. We got more black millionaires than we ever had before. I mean, the NFL and the NBA is we're more of a.
Well, we just working on a different plantation.
So you feel this is a plantation
Absolutely.
that we're working on?
Because it's not
who owns the NFL?
Majority of white owners.
The slave master.
Yeah.
So you saying if we don't have if you don't use the platforms to change our community, we still lose?
Absolutely.
So okay, how do you feel about Colin Kaepernick using his platform?
Well, I think that Colin Kaepernick shows how, as an individual in this free society, how you can make money.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Wait. So you don't feel no kind of way with him taking the knee on police brutality, bringing awareness?
I expect the Congressional Black Caucus to do that.
They did.
They did.
But he did though.
Well, then why? So that's selfish for company. I expect the Congressional Black Caucus.
But he lost his livelihood. He lost what he wanted to do. He wanted to play in the NFL.
He gonna make more money than he ever gonna make in his life.
just because what he's doing.
That's correct.
So did he use his platform in the correct way?
For himself.
So you feel like he didn't do anything to benefit us?
Not me.
But he donates a lot of money to the
So do I.
I'm stuck.
So what I'm looking at is, I want more folks making money to donate money. No, I gave my money away because I'm trying to create, a new pattern of giving. I'm the only new millionaire that I know in this town. That's crazy. Of color.
And you're Republican.
No, I'm not.
You're not a Republican?
No, I'm not.
Democrat?
See that? No, I'm independent.
I like that. Because I said I wanted to be independent.
I'm independent.
I like that.
Why is that?
I'm not bounded by no self. Well, I tell you how I got to be independent.
I think they put you as a Republican because you voted for, you like Bush or Trump.
No, I like access to power. Let's be very clear about this. I'm a black leader. I have to have access to. I can't take off. We didn't win this time. So I got 4 years now, or 8 years now, that I can't get nothing. I have to govern myself in a fashion that I always have access to power.
So you don't like blacks attacking Trump?
I don't care if they wanted to. They can attack Trump. But I want them to know that I ain't crazy.
You're not finna do it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Because
for the sake of attacking him. Now, all of them would tell you that if it ain't right, I'll be the first one to attack you. But I ain't going to attack you just because you're a Republican.
But they know a lot of black leaders got attacked because they wouldn't sit down with Trump.
They're crazy. I'm sure trying to get me an appointment. I'm having a conference next year.
So you would like to say, do you think Trump really care about?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care, but he care about black folks.
Yeah.
He the president. He got an ego bigger than this room. He wanted to be able to say, he said, what you got to lose? Come on over to me. I got $150 billion I want to spend in the inner city. And then you're going to send some football players and Steve Harvey to tell him what to do? They don't have a clue.
So who would you put somebody like yourself?
Oh,
in
absolutely.
That spot? So who do you think make that pick to send those guys to him?
Yeah, I think that was a photo op.
That's all it was.
So
that's all it was. And the black folks didn't complain. The black folks said, no, you can't be talking Steve Harvey. You don't know nothing about nothing.
All we did was crucify Steve Harvey for going.
That's all.
But you feel
I got an agenda. All right. I got a record. No. I know what's broken in Liberty City. And I know what role the president can play, what role Betsy DeVoe can play, Secretary of Education, what role everybody can play. Because this is how I make my living.
So why blacks are not getting better? Why is this the worst time to live in segregation?
Because our leaders have gotten worse.
Do we have a leader?
Do we have a leader?
Yeah, we got some.
Who's our leader?
The Congressional Black Caucus.
So that's a group.
Yeah, but they're our leaders. They get elected from black precincts to go to Washington.
But do you ever feel like something changed when they go to Washington?
No, because they go up there saying that we Democrats. And the Democratic Party just uses us and continues to do things that makes us more dependent on them.
Did Obama get your vote?
No, Obama didn't get my vote. And I didn't vote for him either time. And I didn't vote for him because he threw my good friend Jeremiah under the bus. Jeremiah, who runs what's called Black Theology out of Chicago. Remember when he said that, the chickens have come home to roost?
Oh, at the church?
Yeah, at the church.
At the church.
But Jeremiah and I sit on something called the Commission for Immigration. And we've been working with the United Church of Christ, so I know Jeremiah. And for Obama to say that he didn't know that Jeremiah was a black theologian, that he was surprised that he said that. When Jeremiah, Michelle, planned Obama's first run for presidency. But Obama showed me that he would do anything to appease white folks.
But he was just trying to get elected. And then he will have more room.
If I can't trust you when you're running, I sure can't trust you once you are victorious.
But it wasn't part of the game plan. Like, hey, look,
if I can't trust you when you're running.
So your friend didn't know nothing about him denouncing.
That's correct.
So, but if you would have came to your friend like, I'm gonna do this.
If everybody had said, yeah, we're gonna do this, and we all on the same page.
That's the game plan.
Fine, because we've done that in this town.
Yeah.
When we got ready to do certain things in this town, we would say, okay, do it. This is gonna be your role. Golf, you're gonna write an editorial. All right. T. Willard, you gonna cuss him out. All right. Everybody had a role, so we rehearsed what we were gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. And everybody had a role. So I was not talking out of character because everybody knew that I was going to be turning over the table. And Dewey and I said, come on, T. Willard. Everybody knew that Dewey was playing the role. Right. So if he was going to do that, he owed Jeremiah the courtesy of saying,
I'm going to denounce you.
I'm going to denounce you. Because Jeremiah married him and Michelle. Okay. He grew up in this church. So for him to say, oh, I did not know that he was a black theologian, that said to me that he would do anything to get elected. And anybody who would do anything to get elected certainly is not going to look out for me.
So did he help the black agenda?
Who?
Obama.
No. We should have been called, I wanted us to be called Obama racist. White folks should have been saying he's a racist. He's a racist. We made a mistake. He's a racist. Because he should have known that short-lived. Then I'm going to do everything that I can.
So you don't think the perception of a black president, him having a Father's Day speech, did a lot for our children?
No.
In the spirit of life. Mamela.